Introduction to corporate governance. Importance, benefits, and implementation of corporate governance. Presentation overview. What is corporate governance? Corporate governance refers to the systems and processes that companies use to direct and control their operations. It encompasses principles, policies, and practices that guide the decisions and actions of the company's management and stakeholders. Benefits of corporate governance. Companies that implement effective corporate governance practices can derive numerous benefits, including improved decision making, increased transparency and accountability, better risk management, and enhanced reputation. Implementing corporate governance. Companies can implement corporate governance through codes and guidelines, internal and external auditing, risk management strategies, and stakeholder engagement. It is important to develop a comprehensive corporate governance framework that aligns with the company's values and objectives. What is corporate governance? Definition of corporate governance. Corporate governance is a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled. It involves balancing the interests of a company's many stakeholders, such as shareholders, management, customers, suppliers, financiers, government, and the community. Evolution of corporate governance. The concept of corporate governance has evolved over time and is influenced by various factors such as regulatory frameworks, economic conditions, and social expectations. Definition of corporate governance. Framework of rules and systems. Corporate governance is a framework of rules, systems, and processes that governs a company's behavior and decision making to ensure that it operates in an ethical and responsible manner. Distribution of power. Corporate governance involves the distribution of power among the board of directors, management, and shareholders to ensure that there is balance and accountability in decision making. History of corporate governance. Early 20th century. The roots of corporate governance can be tracked back to the early 20th century when large corporations started to emerge in the United States. Evolution of corporate governance. Corporate governance has evolved in response to changing business environments, including the sustainability angle on executive compensation. Benefits of corporate governance. Increased transparency and accountability. Corporate governance provides a system of checks and balances that increases transparency and accountability, promoting ethical behavior and reducing the risk of fraud and corruption. Better decision making. Corporate governance provides a framework for better decision making, ensuring that decisions are made in the best interests of the company and its stakeholders. Improved risk management. Corporate governance provides a systemic approach to managing risk, enabling companies to identify and mitigate potential risks and reducing the likelihood and impact of adverse events. Transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability are key components of corporate governance that help build trust with stakeholders and mitigate reputational risks. Improved decision making. Importance of corporate governance. Corporate governance is essential for effective decision making. It promotes ethical behavior and aligns the interests of stakeholders, leading to better long-term decisions. Role of transparency. Transparency is a key element of corporate governance and plays a crucial role in improving decision making. It ensures that all stakeholders have access to relevant information, leading to better informed decisions. Risk management. Effective risk management is an important aspect of corporate governance and can lead to better decision making. It ensures that potential risks are identified and mitigated, reducing the likelihood of negative consequences. Implementing corporate governance. Establishing a framework. Companies can establish a framework of codes and guidelines to ensure that they are meeting their obligations and conducting business ethically. Internal and external auditing. Internal and external auditing help companies ensure that their corporate governance practices are effective and in line with industry standards. Codes and guidelines. Board composition. Effective board composition is essential for good corporate governance. Companies can implement codes and guidelines to ensure that their board is diverse, independent, and capable of providing effective oversight. Executive compensation. Executive compensation is a critical issue for shareholders and stakeholders alike. Companies can implement codes and guidelines to ensure that executive pay is aligned with performance and that compensation packages are transparent and fair. Risk management. Effective risk management is essential for good corporate governance. Companies can implement codes and guidelines to ensure that they have robust risk management processes in place, that they identify and assess risks effectively, and that they take appropriate steps to manage and mitigate risks. Internal and external auditing. Internal auditing. Internal auditors play a critical role in corporate governance by providing independent assessments of a company's internal controls and risk management processes. They help ensure that the company's operations are effective, efficient, and compliant with laws and regulations. External auditing. External auditors provide independent verification of a company's financial statements, ensuring that they are accurate, complete, and in compliance with accounting standards and regulations. They play a critical role in maintaining the integrity of financial information used by investors, creditors, and other stakeholders. Conclusion. Framework of rules and processes. Corporate governance help establish a framework of rules, practices, and processes that companies can use to operate ethically and responsibly. Improved decision making. Effective corporate governance can lead to improved decision making as companies have a clear set of guidelines to follow and can make more informed decisions. Increased transparency and accountability. Corporate governance helps increase transparency and accountability as companies are required to disclose information about their operations and financial performance to stakeholders. Better risk management. Effective corporate governance can lead to better risk management as companies have formal processes in place for identifying, assessing, and managing risks. Thank you.